Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Kyoto wins. And I mean, guys, I guess. I mean, do you not want to see this? Come on, leave. I don't know. Did I really can't remember what part I asked you guys to like tell me who you wanted to see. So I'm only guessing that the parts already got out. I'm like, I think it was in the. I don't know, but well, I have to record, so. So I really think Hijikata is supposed to be the canon path, so I really do feel like we need to save him for last. Again, like I said, unless everyone's like really like, no, do him now. But obviously we're not doing him right now. So the only other kind of suggestion that we had was Okita, and I do love Okita. And then I was thinking, and I was like, well, do I want to do him just now? Do I want to see one of the other characters? And I was like, you know what? Why not? We'll do Okita. Because if you think about it, he seems like kind of an asshole, and I kind of like him. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's like jokey or an asshole. I can't really quite gauge him. But also, we never see him because we know that he has tuberculosis. Like, we know that happens. So, like, the fuck happens? He just like disappears and is never seen or heard from again, and that makes me sad because like he seems like he should be like one of the main characters, but he's like always missing in action. So I was like, all right, so we'll go down Okita's path in this part. So well, these next few parts. So he's the next one we're going down. And here's the funniest thing. So I obviously bring up the guide, and like the trophies that you get are the funniest. Well, okay, they're achievements, but it's fucking hilarious because I don't know. Of course, the guide I'm using is like off of Steam, so it could be just the Steam achievements, but because I don't know. Like I know we get the like ending, like the things, but the achievements in Steam are fucking hilarious. Like for Okita's path, there's two achievements. There's Soji Whiz, like get it, so G Whiz, Soji Whiz. Fucking hilarious. And then Okita Dokita, like okie dokie, but Okita Dokita. I don't know why that amuses me so much. It's kind of like, Toto, we're not in Kyoto. I'm sorry, they shouldn't be that funny, but they fucking are. And again, like I said, I don't know if these actually count on like achievement, if we get the achievements on that. Like I've never noticed. I know we go with the endings and sometimes the little trophies and things pop up here, but I have not noted. Like I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm like, well, that's true. They could just be Steam achievements. You think they'd be like game across the game, regardless of what you're playing on, but who knows? I just thought it was funny though when I noticed that. Because I know the Toto one. Toto, we're not in Kyoto. Funny. Anyway, so we're gonna start. Obviously from chapter 1, because we don't need to go through the prologue, because, you know, there's no choices in there. And we are going to pick our character. We're going to pick Okita. And of course we're going to do high romance. I really feel like we could seriously start with low romance, because if you think about it, we're going to make all the right choices, so it doesn't, I guess it doesn't really matter. So, I mean, you guys can let me know, but obviously it'll be like 16 paths in and we'll be almost at the end, but doesn't exactly matter. Oh! It's Hajime. He's still my favorite. We've only played 2 paths, so it's really hard to judge, but he's our first, so first there's really special. Okay, so we are going to do what we normally do and skip through. The fun part about this is, we definitely get some different choices, because I'm already... So, like, the first one, we're going to do a different choice on our first choice that we have not done before. Yay! And then we've done all the choices, and then we get, the later we get into the game, it's going to be like 10 minutes. So we're going to find a way to escape, motherfucker! Because I guess that's what Okita would like. I like a girl with spunk. There was nothing for it. I had to try and escape. Meaning I needed to get moving immediately. Staying in this room did nothing to help me. Fortunately, they hadn't bothered to tie me up completely again. Only my hands were bound. That would slow me down, certainly, but so long as I could move my legs, I stood a chance. All right, now the exit is... I cast my memory back to when they'd brought me into the building the night before. Right, I'm sure it would work out. I stood up. Holding my breath, I edged toward the door. I knew it was rude, but I had no choice but to try and open the sliding door with my toe. Really? Even though your hands are they bound behind you? Okay, maybe. I was like, if they're bound in front of you, you could easily slide the door. It's not fucking hard. But I guess if they're bound behind you, well, that's uncomfortable. You're like, this hurts my arms. It's not good for my shoulders. Okay. It's not good for my bones and my muscles. Bind them in front of me at least. Sorry. But, uh-oh. I was almost there when suddenly it flew open all of it on its own, revealing... Oh, nope, not our boyfriend. What? Ah! I stumbled straight into Kondo. Look, he's like, you're an idiot. I was actually debating going down Keisuke's route. Like, I really was. Like, I was like, maybe we should go down his, because he's, like, kind of like, I don't know. Like, I'm curious about him. And also, he's Glasses' asshole, right? He was originally, like, Glasses' nice guy, and then he turned into Glasses' grumpy pants, so... I'm just really curious about him now. Maybe we'll do him next. Like, unless there's, like, a whole bunch of, like... Between when I'm recording this, before I go on my hiatus, and when I come back, and we start the next pass, and let... You know... Because I've record... Again, by the time you see this, I'm back! Woohoo! Hi! But... I may or may not have started recording the next path yet. I don't know. It really depends. I'm back or I'm coming back, like, in a day. So, whatever. But yeah, so, unless... It really depends on everybody's comments between current date and when this part posts to what we do next. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do his path next, or maybe there's going to be a bunch of other... Like, I don't know. It's fun not knowing what the hell's gonna happen. It actually drives me a little crazy. I'm like, oh my god, no, I need to have a plan. I just need to live life with no plans, man. Anyway. Oh my. Well, that was rather bold. You were looking to escape, I assume. So maybe when we go down his path, escaping is a good thing. Attempting to escape was unwise. It will only make your situation more difficult. His voice was calm and not unfriendly, but his eyes were frigid and calculating. See, it's like, oh, I'm being so nice, but I might kill you. See? He's so the Saint Germain character, but, like, colder. Like, Saint Germain was, like, really nice and stabby underneath, and he's like a balance where you're like, you sound really nice, but your eyes look like you're trying to kill me. Not really sure. I love you. Too late, I realized why they hadn't bothered to tie me up again. They'd been watching me. No! Oh! Hijikata's so angry all the time. Like, I love it. Like, look, he's scary! But you love him anyway. You're like, I love you so much, you're angry. Like, is it, like, he always looks like he's gonna backhand you or stab you. He's got that face that's like, I will fucking cut you! And you're like, but you know, guys, we've played enough of these games. He is the softest, squishiest thing on the inside. That path is gonna, like, break me. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I can't handle it. And meanwhile, Okita over there's looking like, you're funny! But then he says things like, I'll fucking kill you. Like, straight up, I'm not worried about it, I'll kill you. And you're like, these guys confuse me so much, I love it. Like, there's usually, like, the Hijikata characters, you're the angry one. Yeah, okay, he's gonna be the marshmallow on the inside, but he's the one that's threatening you. But he's actually nicer to us sometimes than Okita is. Like, Okita sometimes says things that's like, don't worry, if you fuck up, I'm just gonna kill you. And you're like, I'm not... What? Your face says I'm endearing and charming, but the words that come out of your mouth say you hate me. Really confused. I love this game. Okay, anyway. I told you once, and I won't do it again. Run and I'll gut you. Ooh! See? You're like, you are so in love with me as a boy. That's what it is. He just wants to gut us because he's like, you're making me feel a little gay. And then you're like, I'm a girl! And he's like, okay, I feel a little better. He just doesn't want to admit it. It's like 1860-something, right? It's probably not cool then. I don't know. Maybe it was. Sorry, but now we've got to kill you. We can't trust a kid who can't keep a promise. Okita smiled. See? He's like, I'm gonna kill you! He's fucking happy about it. He's some fucked up shit. I love him. My god, I love everybody in this game. He didn't look very sorry. He just really wants to stab something. Stayed where I was. I ran for it. Oh, I wonder what happens if we run for it. I'm not gonna do it, but I hope in somebody's path you run for it. And they're like, stay where I was. You won't give me a chance to explain myself? I was innocent, but complaining wasn't going to help me. Perhaps it would be best if I simply accepted my death. And you may do whatever you like with me. Okita roared with laughter, his shoulders shaking. The anger in my voice proved unaffecting to them. Look! He's like, I like you, kid, and you're like, I'm a girl, and he's like, still. Oh, and yes, so it's been like forever, but yes. As was pointed out, I wasn't thinking about this because I made the comment, I think, in the last part, like, I don't know how old she is. Yeah, good point. Thank you. That in the beginning, because they keep calling her a kid, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm not a kid. I'm probably... No, that's true. I keep forgetting that this takes place over 4 years, despite the fact that my brain is like, 4 fucking years, and we don't get any romance. But that's a good point, because she very well could have been like 14 at this point. 14, 15, max, right? So a kid to them. And then 4 years later... Now she's like pushing 20, like, hey, I'm like 18, 19 now. So, didn't even think about that. Could very well, could even be like anywhere between 13 and 15. So she's technically a kid. I feel like she doesn't act, okay, she doesn't act like a 13-year-old. But then again, this is like 1860 something, right? So like, what is it, 1860, whatever, you know what it is. Late 1860s, right? So like, 13-year-olds are probably acting like 40-year-olds now. That's all I'm saying, right? But, so yeah, but I really feel like, would a father be like, I'm gonna leave my 13-year-old daughter alone? I feel like, maybe. Wouldn't she have been married, like, because, like, when did you get married off in, like, the late 1800s? Like, would she have been as old as 15? Like, God, you're an old maid. Honey, like, you know what I mean? So, like, 14 is a good age to start this, and then she's, like, 18 when it ends before that. Yeah, so, yeah. But it is weird, because my only thing with that, though, is the thought process is Heisuke is like, you're, like, my age. And, I'm getting within a few years. Obviously, he's not like, you're exactly my age. But I'm trying to think, like, well, could he really have fucking been? I don't know. That's true. You know what? That's actually something you can probably look up. Like a captain in the Shinsengumi at like 16, maybe 17, maybe. So like, I guess she could be like 15, maybe, ish. Yeah, that does make logical sense if you think about it, because it's 4 fucking years. I think my brain just wants to forget that because I'm used to playing games where you're like, I'm so passionately in love with you after like a week, and I'm like, oh, that's a little too soon. And then you have, like, Cinderella phenomenon where it's, like, about months, and you're like, that seems about right. And this is, like, years, and you're like, oh, my God, I'm so cock-blocked. It's not even funny. Holy shit. They have patiences of saints, is all I'm saying. But then again, they're also like, but she's, like, a kid, so let's wait. Now she's an adult. It's okay. Like, 4 years. Slow burns. Anyway. So there you go. That was a ramble. This is what we do. Come on. We're used to this by now. Oh, you're a funny one. All right, maybe we were a little rough on you. So just relax, okay? We aren't gonna eat you or anything. No, you're just gonna kill me. Promises, promises. What do you want? You were just talking about killing me. Never seen such an innocent girl like you. Oh. Huh? A girl? You knew I was a girl? Kondo looks like so fucking surprised. The rest of them are like, yeah. And then he's like, what? Ruh-roh, Raggy. I love the Scooby-Doo look on his face. It's amazing. What? Soji, are you telling me this child is a girl? I can't do his voice anymore. Like, calm down, Kondo. Really? Wait, wasn't that Hijikata that just said that? Yeah, calm down, Kondo. It's like, really? Huh. I don't think that's supposed to be Hijikata saying that. I think that's Okita saying that, because Hijikata is saying, like, calm down, and then why would he say, really? Huh? I was sure I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm just gonna read that as Okita, because I really feel like that's something he's saying, like, really? Huh? I was sure all of you caught on. Maybe not Kondo, but... Don't tell me you knew all along, Sonnen. Oh, no. Oh, okay, so that was supposed to be Sonnen saying that. Okay. Well, whatever. Tim, the terrible typist, strikes again. God damn it, Tim. Put the right fucking names in here. Anyway. Don't tell me you knew all along, Sonnen. Well, yes. She's doing her best to dress up like a boy, but it's so obvious that she's a girl. And everyone else, and he's like, yeah. I know. Man whore, stop it. I'm like, all right. Now tell your big brother. Whoa. Big brother. That's inappropriate considering the fact that we're trying to bone you now. Like, I'm just saying. And any other path, acceptable, unacceptable in this one. Anyway, why were you cross-dressing around Kyoto? Okita, Sonnen shrugged and let out a loud sigh. Maybe we should all sit down and talk first. Some of us may have changed their opinions. About killing me. Yeah, good. I hope so. We can't kill a girl. Thank God for vaginas. That's all I have to say. You're like, well, that saves me the trouble. Woo! The only time that comes in handy. Usually it's like, well, you're less of a human being. Fuck. But you're not going to kill me. No. Okay, well, you know, toss up. There I was, surrounded once again by the leaders of the Shinsengumi. I noticed you were rather slim, and your features were far too soft to be a man's, but to think you were a lady this whole time, you just thought I was, what, a delicate boy? Well, I mean, it's possible. I mean, look at how pretty all they are. Like, look at them. They're all beautiful. Jesus. I thought you were going to be a beautiful man. Yeah, like everybody here. How do you get so many beautiful men in one spot? Right. We're in a game. Because in reality, probably not all beautiful like this. Kondo is nodding his head repeatedly as if he were agreeing with a very intelligent suggestion. For him to notice the softness of my features, it flattered me a bit. Toss my hair. Once you know she's a girl, she really doesn't look like a boy at all, does she? So we bound her and left her for the whole night. Oh dear. Oh wait, did we actually already read all this? Oh no, I keep hitting the wrong button. We did all read this. Okay, because that's right after I told them, and then, okay. We don't need to read everything again. We'll do it on the last path. So that's why I think also Hijikata should be the last path, because then we can read through the whole game from beginning to end again. Because, you know, by that point, after 12 paths, we're going to get confused as to what the fuck happened. I know where I'm going to get confused. Okay, and we were supposed to go talk to someone, obviously, because we want to get points with Okita, which we actually did the first time. So we came out here, and the first choice that I actually made in the game, like, was to test my skills, and that was points with Okita, even though we got a Saito CG. So now, okay, so this is, right, when we're all eating and laughing and having fun. And then we're getting a choice to stay or go. So I can't remember what the choice is here, so. All right. Pretty McDouchebag. There's a lot of pretty McDouchebags in this game. All right. We had asked him if we could help around the compound initially. You know, but we were supposed to quietly return to my room this time. All right. So we returned to our room, which we did, I think, in... We actually did that in Saito's path, the last part that we just went down. So now we are supposed to stay behind in headquarters because I'm assuming Okita's staying behind because he's ill? Because we joined them on their round. We went to Fushimi, obviously, the first time because that's where Saito was. And we're like, we're not stupid. We're going with him. Going with Boyfriendo. And then joining them on the rounds was Heisuke, Harada, and Shinpachi. Those are where we'll go. So we stay behind in headquarters. Although my goal was to discover the whereabouts of my father, I wasn't completely sure that I was welcome to join the expedition, nor was safety assured. I appreciate your gesture, but I think I should stay behind today. Huh? Why? You're finally getting the chance to search for Kodo. True, but I have to understand my place here, and I'm not sure he's there. More chances will come. Well, if you say so. It seems like your mind is made up and there's no convincing you, but the choice is yours. Pats Toto on head. I appreciate it. Afterwards, the men deliberated before splitting off to their directives, and I returned to my room. Perhaps I should have gone. Maybe it would have been better for me to take the risk and learn something. Anything. It felt like an icy dagger was pressed into my chest, piercing my thin flesh with a cold blade. Are you regretting it? If you are, then you should have just gone with them. Okita, I'm not regretting it. I was so ashamed, so I couldn't bear to look into his eyes. But he smiled wryly before continuing while touching my chin. Oh my god! I've just been in 2 paths and we've barely gotten any action, so the fact that you touch my chin is like, oh my god, so romantic! Already. Also a little inappropriate. I'm a child. Buddy. Oh, really? You don't regret it at all? Not even if you knew that Hajime and I went out of our way to convince Hijikata. What? His revelation nearly took the air from my lungs. That was the last thing I expected him to say. Yeah, but you're here and we're trying to romance you, so, I mean... Jesus, guilt us for it. A little while ago, when they tested my swordsmanship, Saito did make that promise. That they'd advise Hijikata to join their rounds. Did I really waste their kind efforts, throwing away their promise to get me out? I'm so sorry. You two worked so hard to convince him, and It was actually Hajime that convinced Hijikata. I just stood behind him and nodded lightly. He's kind of a dick. He's like, it was Saito, actually, because he's, like, the fucking best, and I'm just an asshole who was like, yeah, whatever, I'll stab you later. We're gonna melt his heart, though. He, like, doesn't like us very much, it seems. He's like, yeah. He's like, whatever, kid. He's very whatever about us. He's gonna fall hard, is what I'm saying. Anyway. Even so, I'm sorry. When I see Saito later, I need to apologize and give my thanks to him. I can't believe I didn't realize from the start. I feel like I let them down. As I was coming to terms with my decision, Okita stared down upon me blankly. Oh, but keep in mind, Hajime vouched for your swordsmanship and all, but your level of swordsmanship won't be of much help when you experience what rounds are like. Your type of swordsmanship is what we call dojo swordsmanship. Pretty much useless in any real battle. He's such a dick. I love him so fucking much. I like the assholes, what can I say? You're like, you are such an asshole, I'm gonna shove you through one of these walls. Shove you through the paper screen, you son of a bitch. And then kiss you, and then storm off angrily. He was ruthless, but his criticism was spot on, so I was convinced he was right. You may be able to accompany us, but you'd better keep the kodachi sheathed. We don't need any recklessness to hold us back. If there's any sign of you becoming an issue, I'll not hesitate to put my blade through you. Wow! He is such a douchebag! But he says it with such a happy, beautiful... Look at his face. Look at his face right now. He's like, I won't hesitate to stab you. But look at his face. He's got this softness in his eyes and this little smirk, and it's like... It looked like... Don't read the words, right? Just look at his face. Don't you think he's saying something nice? Like, it's okay, don't be sad. Like, we like you here, la la la. Like, he's being nice to us. And then he says shit like this, and it's so fucking confusing to me. I don't know what end of the box is up. You have this end up on both sides of you, Okita, and I don't know which way to go. Oh my god. But I love him. I understand. I nodded in a plaintive manner. Okita said nothing else as he turned his back to me to exit toward the inner court. Man. You're making me regret my life choices, asshole. We're already in chapter 2. I mean, because we sped through 90% of it. This is what's going to happen. Each part's going to get, like, extensively shorter, probably. We're supposed to leave and search for our father when we get the next choice, which we've already done, so. Again, because sometimes there's not a lot of choices, so. Oh, we could have, we could have very well read through that because we're talking to Okita. I mean, I guess, but. We're supposed to look for Okita. Which we did, actually, in the first part, because we came here, we didn't know that if we'd done other options, we would have ended up, with we would have ended up with Saito, so. So this is what we did in our first go-around, because, hey. We are going to decide to distract the Ronin. Good for us. Nearby, a bowl sat unattended on the floor. If I could use that to distract the Ronin briefly, it could give Okita the opening he needed. With every ounce of strength I had, I hurled the bowl straight at the Ronin. Oh. Almost without thinking, he turned his blade and smashed the bowl to the floor. The moment of distraction gave Okita his opening. I'm sorry, I'm just, like... He's, like, angry, but it's adorable. But also he looks kind of crazy. Like, his eyes are kind of crazy, right? He's got crazy eyes. He leapt forward. Even caught off guard, the Ronin managed to get his blade up in time, but the blow sent him stumbling back a step or two, an angry look on his face. As Okita lifted his sword toward his opponent, he whispered in a voice so only I could hear it. Oh! Yeah, you love me. No, you didn't. Look at that. Ah! I love it when they say my name. Good job, Spacey. I knew now wasn't the time to bring it up, but I'm glad I'd been able to help. Pathetic. The strange Ronin's sword whipped through the air, a little more than a silvery blur. Tch! Okita accepted the blow with the sword. However, the opponent's blow from above was too powerful. Okita stumbled ever so slightly, but the man did not miss his opportunity. The Ronin's foot slammed into the center of Okita's chest. I'm pretty sure we've read all this, but whatever. The source of his tremendous strength apparently extended to his legs as well as his sword arm. I heard a wet crunch as the kick connected and Okita tumbled across the floor of the room. When he stopped, I saw him grip his chest and cough. Okita! I leapt across the room. Are you all right? His face was tight with pain. The most he could manage was labored gasps and wet, tearing coughs. Okita was in no condition to fight. As I struggled to move myself under his arm to lift him up, I glared at the strange Ronin. I don't suppose you mean to kill me as well. Let's have at it. I like watching children squirm. Doesn't he know who I am yet? Probably not, but I watched the tip of his blade drift up to me. With a groan of pain, Okita lifted himself up and stumbled between me and the Ronin. How beautiful. He's like, don't you touch her. Him. No! Okita, you can't! There was a good chance he had broken bones, and if he was coughing up blood, then his internal organs could be damaged as well. Lucky he's not fucking dead. He could barely stand, let alone fight, and he was making no attempts at hiding it. But he stood firm. You're fighting me, right? Leave the kid alone. The Ronin sneered. What a fool. Just do what you intended to do. Oh, just what do you intend to do? You're as good as dead. You can scarcely stand. Shut up. I've still got some fight left, you bastard. New flecks of blood appeared as he shouted. Stop that! You're still coughing up blood! The Ronin regarded us with a cool, disinterested eyes for a few moments, then in one smooth motion lifted his sword and slid it into his scabbard. What? The moment their meeting was interrupted, my business here was at an end. That was entertaining, Shinsengumi. However, your swordsmanship was a pathetic display. His aloofness was amplified by the satisfaction he drew with his every word. He placed his foot out the window, cackling to himself as he jumped through gracefully. Did he just run? No, he hadn't run. He was letting us go. Okay, now we can skip. Blah, blah, blah. Love you, Okita. Okay. Like, kind of already read all that, but, we didn't know. I want to skip through all the action. Ah! Eva. Hi, he's so pretty. He is so pretty. Look at him. He's precious. Like, you are too beautiful for me. We'll stay behind. I'll stay behind. Harada seemed to possess a still heart. Okay, we already read that through it. Like, okay, so blah, blah, blah. Stay behind because... And that's actually what we were supposed to do, in Saito's path, right? Anyway. Go to the inner courtyard. For a midsummer afternoon, the air was pleasant, making the courtyard a pleasant place to sit. He was sitting off in a corner in the shade, gazing up at the summer sky. I turned to look as well. We just said he. But you don't say who. Oh, we know it's Okita, but still. It was a brilliant blue, and a distant breeze pushed white wisps of cloud at both ends. How long was it since I last looked up at the sky? Far too long, I thought as I stretched out my arm as I okay. Far too long, I thought, as I stretched out my arms up, soaking in the sunshine and cool, clear air. Stretched out my arms up. That doesn't. No. Stretched out my arms, stretched up my arms, stretched my arms up, not out my arms up. That's too many. That's too much. That's why I stumbled over it, because it's awkward. Then at last, I turned back to where Okita was, or perhaps had been, sitting. Whoa! While I'd been enjoying the summer sky, he'd approached, and now he was right in front of me. Hi. Yeah. Blink at me some more, I like it. Anyway, my body stiffened, and I felt my eyes widen. He raised a quizzical eyebrow. You don't need to worry about me. I'm not here out making a plan to escape or something. That's not what I'm worried about. True, he didn't seem like he was desperate to leave and join the fight, unlike Heisuke. Really? Well, that's good, I suppose. You are worried about something, though. Something else. His mouth twisted into a small smile. I decided to tell him, You're still not in the best condition. It isn't good for you to be out in the cold for too long. You were worried about my health then? Thanks. I'll try and stay out of the cold, all right? Okita had always seemed a little mean. Until that moment, I never would have thought I'd hear him thank me for worrying about him. He's a little mean, but I wasn't sure what to say. Both of us appeared to have run out of things to say, and silence fell across the courtyard. I didn't want to scold him and then simply leave for my room, but, there had to be something thoughtful I could say. I hope your injury heals soon. Not that. Okita laid his hand on his chest absently and looked across the courtyard at nothing. Well, it's not a sword wound, so I'll heal fast enough. I'm fine, is what I'm saying. He was right, and that should have given him cause for joy, but his face didn't change. He blinked and looked back down at me. Are you, thinking about Sanan? He'd made a point to say you, although he'd left it unsaid. I could see he was worrying about the man we both knew wouldn't be fine. Sanan's arm wasn't going to heal, at least not completely. It would never again hold a sword. Okita said nothing. He cocked his head and smiled. I felt my cheeks getting warmer from blushing. Sorry if I was being too nosy. I apologized, but he warmed up and shook his head from left to right. I couldn't tell what his intentions were. Okita's smile deepened just a little. You're a weird one, you know that? Weird? Maybe I looked upset, but he called me weird. For no reason. I'd be like, I know, right? It's awesome. He's like, you're weird. And I'd be like, yeah! Oh, that's a bad thing? No, I take it as a good thing. You are really weird. Look, you don't need to worry about me, kid. I wasn't careful enough. There's only one person to blame, and that's me. What? No, you shouldn't blame yourself. Okita hadn't done anything wrong. He followed his orders and did the best he could. I didn't see how he could say what had happened was his fault. When I looked up, his smile was gone, and I couldn't bring myself to say anything more. He glanced down at me and then looked at the sky. The sky is beautiful today, isn't it? Yes. The midsummer sun shone down. I felt a breath of warmth in the cool air. White clouds danced across the blue expanse, flying gracefully. Where were the men who'd marched off earlier now, I wondered. And then we already kind of know all that, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we're like, it's kind of difficult because if you think about it, I don't know what to do. Like maybe, oh, November 1864, this is different. Summer turned into autumn, and the Imperialists kept quiet. Despite my regular presence in the Shinsengumi rounds, no news of my father came in that time. Days passed peacefully, one after another. The leaves were dancing on the wind one evening as I busied myself with cleaning. Alright, almost done. Gradually, I'd be given more and more freedom to move around the compound. I was given a few duties to manage, and as long as I was doing them, I could go wherever I needed. On days that I can't go on rounds, I've been helping around the compound. Hey, Spacey! Working hard, eh? Oh, hello. I set down my work and turned toward him. The sun's almost down, so you should probably call it quits pretty soon. You're a real hard worker, aren't you? Every time I see you, you're doing something else. Are you on your way out? Well, yeah, duty calls. Really? They weren't wearing their uniforms. That meant they weren't going on their rounds. Oh, I get it. Yep, heading out to Shimabara. Don't worry, we'll be back before morning. We're just going for drinks, all right? That's it, just drinking. that makes me just not like he's like I'm not just going for drinks, not doing horse. Except for Shinpachi is totally going out for the hose. And you're like, I don't want to date you because God knows what you're carrying. You've probably got all the STDs in existence. Like well, except for Shin, who's totally going for the girls, not making me feel good. Hey, come on! She didn't need to know that. So you are... Good. Anyway, you hold on the fort for us, alright? If the commander asks, don't, let him know, okay? Just make something up. Thanks. I haven't seen them! What? They left me with a difficult task. Anyway, I need to go finish cleaning up the courtyard. It was almost time for dinner, and I wanted to be done before I had to eat. I was dumping out the leaves I'd gathered when... Huh? I could hear some kind of commotion coming from outside of the house. What is that? I quickly put the broom away and hurried toward the entrance. Gathered just inside the front gate were about 10 children. Standing in the middle of them was... Okita? He looks... That's exactly my face if I was standing in the middle of a bunch of children. What the fuck? That does not look like a happy man to be surrounded by kids. He's like, I don't like this. Oh, hey, Spacey. Don't see you out here very often. What are you doing? Whose are these children? Oh, don't worry. I didn't kidnap them or anything. I was bored. Figured they could play with me. And you call me weird? You're weird. I wasn't sure how to respond, but Okita grinned. So are they all your friends? Yeah, I guess you could say that. They take care of me. Oh. Bird, what are you doing? Stop. Usually adults play with kids, not the other way around. Although making kids play with him did seem like something Okita would do. He's like, nah, I like playing with kids. And you're like, that's weird. I didn't kidnap them. I just gathered them temporarily. That's sort of like kidnapping. Except for you plan on giving them back, which is just weird. But like, okay. So, Spacey, you want to come play with us? Oh, no. I hate children. Like, I shook my head. Is it really okay for you to let children in here? Depends on what you mean by okay. If Hijikata finds us, he'll probably flip his shit. I think he will. The son and I used to know would probably be out here playing with us, but now, I don't think he'd be too happy about it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I know that there's a story to, like, him becoming a Fury and, like, whatever. But this just makes me want... Can we just start the game, like, earlier and meet them sooner? Because I want to see those Sonnen that would be out here playing with Okita and the children. Because that just is, like, so fucking... You're like, what? Back it up. When you're like, Okita's out here playing with kids. Alright. Heisuke. Harada. I could see some of them do... Hijikata, no. He'd stab some kids. I can't see him playing with children. Okay. There's some I can't. But Sonnen is just one that you're like, wait. You're such a book nerd. I could see you being like, look, I'm going to read to kids. Like, okay, look. I'm going to read this dictionary to you. And the kids are like, we're so bored. You know, like, I could see him doing that. I can't see him being out here, like, playing with the kids. I'm picturing it in my head, like, I'm just, like, picturing him, like, playing hopscotch or something. I don't know what they played in, like, 1860s fucking Japan, right? I'm just like what? What? I can't. It's so... It's like a mystery. It's something that I need in my life now. And, like... But new Sonnen is grumpy and bitchy, and I want him to be the nice, gentle, sweet, plays with kids, where you're like, the fuck? Because it... Oh my god. I can't... I know, but I can't. This is amazing. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think he'd be too happy about it. Doesn't that mean there's a pretty good chance you're going to get in trouble? He just grinned. Probably. I think the others probably get pissed too. You're the only one who'd let it slide, I bet. Then maybe you should send them home before you get caught. Hey, keep your nose out our business. We can play where we want. What? Yeah, put out. We're playing with Soji. It looked like they were awfully fond of him. Could I really just leave them all alone, though? It didn't seem right either. I thought about it for a minute before I spoke. This is the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. It's a place for men to do, work. You really shouldn't be playing here. Why? Soji's part of the Shinsengumi and he's playing with us. Well, see, this is so me. This is why I don't like kids, because they talk back and I'd be like, I'm an elder, and they'd be like, shut up, old lady, and they'd go do whatever they want, and I'd be like, nah, kick kids. Get off my damn lawn! Kids would never get off my fucking lawn. They have no respect for me. Catch me on a good day, kids. Bite your heads off. So what's the big deal? No, but that's because they're out on patrol. They're catching bad guys and keeping Kyoto safe. No, they're not. They're just killing people. Can't deny that. Sometimes people don't want to do what they're supposed to. So every so often we gotta off somebody. But it's not like we just kill people for fun. The look on his face. It's not like we kill people for fun. Because I would be way happier if we did. Like, he's fucked up. I love him so much. Oh my god. I wasn't sure what to make of his smile. He's always talking about killing people. I probably hear him talk about death every day. To be honest, I don't have any idea how he really feels about it. Is killing people a big deal for him? Or is it just something he does? The Shinsengumi are a bunch of weirdos. Why should they get to order us around? We're supposed... No, they're all really nice people. No, you might have a point. What we're supposed to say to the kids. I guess you've got a point. I had to admit he was a little convincing. I don't think they're bad people, but they are kind of rough, I guess. See? Besides, my dad told me that the Shinsengumi guys are always going to Shimabara. How about that? Well, based on what happened earlier, I couldn't deny that. Among the Shinsengumi, there are a few exemplary people, but I guess from the outside, they just knew how to attract trouble. He looks so angry. Wait, Spacey, don't tell me you're taking this seriously. Well, I mean, the Shinsengumi is taking really good care of me. Feels wrong not to stick up for them, but... What? Because they keep bringing up valid points and you can't figure out a good comeback? He's making fun of me now. While the kids... I'm arguing with children and I can't win and he's making fun of me and this is an amazing situation, can I just tell you? Because 100% this is exactly what would happen. I'd be trying to have like some kid and I'd be like, shut up, kid! Make me! I've got nothing! And there'd be some guy just laughing at me like, you can't even win an argument with a child! Shut up, I'm gonna go cry! This is 100% actual Spacey happening right here. This is 100% what would happen if this Spacey existed in that time frame. Not Spacey Yukamura, but Spacey Sims Spacey there. But this is 100% everything, how this would happen. Except for I'd be like, shut up, kid! Fucking kick you! I probably wouldn't kick him, but I'd probably scream, get off my lawn. And I'd want to kick him, but, you know, I'm just saying. Anyway. Yes? He finds us adorable. He's like, you're adorable and stupid. Oh, Spacey. You're way too honest to live here. You don't have to laugh at me. And you don't need to get so bent out of shape about it. I'm just teasing you. To be honest, I totally agree. I'm with the Shinsengumi 100%, but I sure can't blame people if they get the wrong idea about us. I had to wonder if it was really okay for him to say things like that in public. He didn't seem to care at all, but that just made me more worried. See, even Soji says they're a bunch of bad people, right? No, that's not it at all. Try as I might, I couldn't just ignore them, even if they were children. Yes, I know a lot of them are kind of scary, but they're really not bad people. Oh, come on, how can a scary person be a good person? They all look like bad guys. If they're all bad guys, why are you playing with Soji? Huh? Huh? Because he's not about... Lawyered. They'd be like, what did... I don't think so. Well, what about Hijikata? He always looks so serious. I'm not even sure he knows how not to frown. I will make him smile. All right, Soji, you and I bet, right? We're going to make a bet right now. At the end of this game, I'm going to make that motherfucker smile. Because I have my way. Spacey has her ways. Okay. Maybe not the game Spacey, but real Spacey could manage it. It's taken this girl 4 years to get in anybody, and she hasn't even gotten anybody's pants yet. So, I mean, I'm just... It's going to be difficult, but I'm going to bet we can make him smile. I bet we can. Or hey, Sonnen. He looks pretty scary when he's not smiling. Well, yes, but he was siding with the children. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Well, I can't say they're not scary, but, I was out of ideas. Kondo, the chief of the Shinsengumi. He's really nice. He's a good person. Why do you not use the logic that's in front of you to fight with these children? Like, when they're like, all right, scary, you're like, you're playing with Soji. You think he's scary? You think he's a bad person? Because you're playing with him. Okay, well, that makes you stupid then. Like, yeah, he's still a bad guy. Well, then you're a bunch of idiots. Well, then you're stupid. And I can't argue with stupid. Bye, Felicia. And just, like, walk away. Throw something at them. Like, now get the fuck off my lawn. Okay. Oh my god, I love this so much. He wasn't just good compared to the rest of the Shinsengumi either. Anyone who meets Kondo instantly becomes charmed by his warm aura. But the children didn't seem convinced. Wait, isn't that chief guy the dumb one? What? Yeah, I saw him taking a walk the other day. He was just grinning like an idiot. How is he in charge of anything? He's a wuss. At least the other guys look like they could handle themselves in a fight, you know? He was the only one who didn't figure out we were a girl. Oh, well, I mean, okay, a lot of them didn't, so, I mean, I can't. Like, he's just, like, laughing at himself. I think there's more to being in charge than looking like you can fight. Was that really how Kondo looked to them? The Shinsengumi are a bunch of losers because that guy's in charge. Stop it! Stop being so mean! You don't understand! We're literally getting pissed off and fighting with kids. And he is literally laughing his ass off at us. I am so stressed out, though, because I'm like, God damn it, just take your broom and beat the kids. Kids are assholes. See? Proof. Kids are fucking assholes. I took a step toward them, but Okita held out an arm and smiled to me. Whoa there, Spacey. Calm down, okay? They're only kids. You don't need to get mad. It's like he knows me, because I would seriously be like, I'm gonna kill all of them. I feel it. I get it. I get why you want, yeah, because I'm gonna stab these fucking kids. But forget about her. Let's go back to playing. Okay. Okita! He didn't even seem to have heard me and walked over to the children with a smile. So what do you want to do? Want me to lift you up? Yeah, okay. You're pretty tall. Yes, I am. Really comes in handy sometimes. He grabbed the child. CG. Oh my fucking god. Look at that face. It's fucking adorable. You're like, wow. Upsy daisy. Look at that fucking kid. Whee! You're like, I'd get in line and be like, what? If you're gonna lift kids up, I'm next, bitch. We'll see it. See if you can handle this. Because I want this to happen. Anyway. Okita grunted with effort and lifted the grinning child up over his head. I had mixed feelings. Isn't this fun? Being up really high gives you a new perspective, huh? Yeah! Please be careful with him. How long was he planning to leave him up there? It was starting to feel like quite a while. Hey, Soji! You can let him down now. Oh, come on now. No need to be shy. I loved getting picked up like this when I was a kid. I saw realization dawn on the child's face, and excitement quickly turned to fear. Happy enough to cry, huh? His voice was cold. He looks evil now! And now I'm like... I would start laughing and I would be like, it's payback, kid. That's what you get for being a dick. Soji and I, twin spirits. He's like, you don't have to get mad, Spacey. Don't worry, I'm gonna lift him up and I'm gonna make him cry. It'll be great. Like, he's a little fucking evil and I love it. Okita wasn't smiling anymore. Let me down! I blinked. Why was I just watching? Because you secretly are enjoying the kid's trauma. Stop that! He's just a child! Stop what? Spacey, we're just playing. That's not what it looks like. I'm sorry! I'm really sorry! What are you apologizing for? I was taught you're supposed to say thank you when someone does something nice for you. Okita, you're scaring him. We're really sorry, Soji. We were wrong. I promise I won't ever say anything bad about the Shinsengumi ever again. Please just let me go. Reluctantly, Okita lowered the boy back down. I tried my best to calm them down and then quickly sent all of the children back home before Okita changed his mind. He is such a sadistic bastard. Okay. Okita, you can threaten to kill me all you want. You just won my heart by being such a fucking asshole to those kids. This Spacey is fucking evil. The Spacey in the game is like, I can't believe you traumatized the children. This Spacey is like, let's laugh together over this. Because I was like, she was seriously earlier like, stupid fucking kids. And he's like, ha, they're just kids. Don't worry, I'm going to torture them. Oh, Okita, I love you so much. Oh, God, this is like the greatest moment of my life right now. I can't get over it. Oh, I thought you said they were your friends. If that's true, you really shouldn't be bullying them like that. Yeah, well, they made fun of Kondo. They don't know what they're talking about. Those kids had no right to say that stuff. So Hijikata's fair game, but he draws the line at Kondo? I suppose that shows just how much Okita cares about him. Why are you laughing? What? Oh, nothing. No reason. I just love the fact that you torture children and... warms the cockles of my cold dead heart. No. I mean, Kondo really is a wonderful man. Yeah. He smiled widely and nodded vigorously. I was pretty happy you got mad, you know. I was confused about how to respond to his pleased look. I hope you can make up with them soon. I mean, they did apologize eventually. I don't think they're really bad kids. I know. I'll tell them I'm sorry. And then I'll tell them how awesome Kondo is. I smiled back at him. It cut both ways, but I admired Okita's honesty. The situation had been resolved, more or less. But as I began to relax, I suddenly remembered... Oh! We're late for dinner. Come on, we have to hurry. They're probably all angry at us. Okita just laughed. Don't worry about it. If you get in trouble, I'll back you up. I owe you one. Okita enjoys teasing me and, well, everyone. And sometimes he can be really irritating. He's not a bad person. Sometimes, in his own way, he's even nice. Yeah, I mean, he's charming because he tortures kids. That's amazing. Like, he's even amazing. I thought he was an asshole until I saw him torturing kids, and then I was like, you evil fucking bastard, I love you. Seeing as how much he cared about Kondo made him less intimidating. I was lost in thought and fell behind, so I hurried after Okita and headed toward the main hall. We were just chasing some kids out of here. Oh. Sorry. Don't get mad at me, booger. My bird's sitting with me and he's like, pet me. God damn it, pet me. Pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me. You've got so many, like, feathers coming in, buddy, that you need to get. I know, but you don't have a bird that'll pick those feathers for you. Drives me crazy. Like, when all of his new feathers come in, like, he can't, like, fluff them out. And they just come in and they're like little sticks. And I try to fluff and he hates it. But it's like, but you can't get the back of ones in the back of your neck. We're gonna skip through a lot probably here. Oh, share! Seriously. I just don't understand why you don't like me. Because you're an asshole. Not because you're share, because the share part was the only reason we like you. We're supposed to investigate. But, okay, and we're gonna do this. We should have probably... Oh, no, because that's what we had done initially, and then we talked to Soji, and he was like, oh, scream if you see anything, and we're supposed to actually scream. So, the thing that sucks is we're going to be at the end of Soji's route in, like, 3 parts. It's not even going to take, like, 5 parts, but, like... Oh, interesting. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. We chose Scream, and then it's Skip, but then it's slightly different because... Oh my god, that's amazing! Okay, right? Because we did Scream, right? You saw that. We had Persuade him and Scream. We did Persuade him when we were in Soji's route. I mean, in Saito's route. Right? Because that's what I chose. When we went down Heisuke's route, or actually was it... No, it was when we, I think, just did Saito's path and do the right stuff. You know, blah, blah, blah. We chose different things. We screamed. We didn't get this. This is different. Or I wonder if it's slightly different because... It could only be like a couple of things that are slightly different just because we're in Okita's path and we have more points with him. But that's kind of interesting. That's not all exactly the same. There are things that are a tidbit different. Interesting. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. It's a little under our normal time. But we're in the middle of Chapter 3. And we only, like, so his part's going to be like 3 fucking parts. If that. I mean, I don't know, unless... Chapter 4, we get more options with, you know what I mean, like different scenes with him. But I mean, like, we've made it pretty far, and it worries me that each path is going to get shorter and shorter. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, obviously when we get to Chapter 5, most of it'll be different, so... You know, that chapter could take, 1 to 2 parts, but it's going to be really fast skipping through. Like, these aren't going to take very long, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.